if you noticed, but when you go to a Shinto shrine, you often see shrine maidens. And I've always wondered, how do you become a shrine maiden? Is there a process? Do you need to have a special certification? Well, in this video, I'm gonna tell you all about it. Becoming a Miko is not only a part-time job, it's actually more than that. As a matter of fact, there is a school to learn how to become a shrine maiden, aka how to become a Miko-san. We're going to follow the priest Momoyama-sensei, where we're going to learn all about how to become a Miko. For that, we need to head to his school in Osaka. Oh, it's here. Hi, konnichiwa. Hi.
どうぞ中に。
はい、ありがとうございます。
みこさんスクールをやっております。桃山清と申します。日本における巫女っていうのは、神主さんのサポートしている神社ですね。その巫女なんですけれども、どちらかと言いますとうちのスクールは明治以前の、巫女さんたちを現代に蘇らせようと。明治以前の巫女さんっていうのはすごく神主さんよりも位が高くて、そして、シャーマンというですね、神さんを下ろすお役目であったりとか、アーティストですね、舞を割ったりとかいう巫女さんたちが随分活躍されてたんですけれども、そういう巫女さんたちを現代に蘇らせると同時に、社会奉仕というか社会貢献的なことと経済活動、巫女さんとして活動すると、この両方回しながら日本文化を残していくと、また伝えていくと、そういうようなことをやっております。
Before meeting with Momoyama-sensei in Osaka, I actually booked a Shrine Maiden experience in Kyoto through Klook. I wanted to see how both compares, whether the activities, rituals, or teaching would feel different, and I also wanted to see if there were a difference between the traditional school setting and a curated experience for visitors. We're doing another Miko-san experience just to give it a try and to also test this one and the other one. And there's a lot to say, but we don't have much time, so I'll tell you all later on. But I just wanted to show you all my outfit because I wasn't able to film, so that's the only thing I could film. So this is the outfit, and as you can see, it's pretty cute. The overall experience lasted about 1 hour and 30 minutes. The teacher spoke English and was very patient and kind when learning things. I wish though we had more time because it felt that we did a lot of things within 1 hour and 30 minutes. And to be honest, by the end of the experience, I couldn't remember half of what we did. I do understand though that we want to maximize the time of the visitors, and I still think this is a great introduction to becoming a shrine maiden, but I also think that this kind of experience is mostly for those who wants to wear the outfit.
日本では今現在9カ所、そしてアメリカではホノルルといいますかハワイに1カ所で、これから、ヨーロッパ圏、もちろんアメリカもですけれども、広げていきたいなというふうに思っております。こちらが正面ですね、はい、これ神様をお祭りさせていただいております。はい、そしてこちら側が、ご先祖様ですね。はい、そしてこちらでしょうかね。はいはい、こちらはお賽銭ですね。お供えを入れさせていただく、お賽銭箱になっております。はい、で外にも先ほどの外にもありますけれども、はい、こちらがお結界と申しましてお取り次ぎする場所です。はい、普通神社にお参りしますと、お参りはしますけど神主さんがお話を聞くってことはあんまないんですけれども、ここではお参りされた方のお悩み事とかお願い事を聞かせていただいて、それを改めて神様のところでお祈りすると、そういうことをやっております。
Since we are learning how to become a Miko today, it's more than fair that we dress like a Miko too. Let's change.
My name is Christina Rin Fujikake. I've been living in Japan for about 5 years. Originally, I came here to learn kimono. Aside from that, I was part of the first generation of students in the new Miko-san school. I really hope in the future to do way more with Miko-san things. And we have a great community here, and I'm super excited for the next stage of my learning. I am a currently intermediate student, and soon this year I will go into advanced. Unlike regular kimono, which we already did, Miko-san kimono is way simpler. So thankfully this will be much shorter. We don't have a nagajuban, we do have an undershirt, at least here. So basically we have this Actually, restaurant workers who wear like traditional clothing, they're gonna have this underneath it too. So unlike regular kimono, there is no erishin. So for regular kimono, we put a plastic, put it through here, and that keeps the kimono off of the neck. And then we tie it around here. And then the Miko-san kimono, which is again much easier to wear. Pardon my reach. We're good enough friends, right? Right.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we haven't onsen together, but it's fine.
I know. Next time. This is a trick we do in kimono school. The himo goes on the inside to make it easier to put on, actually. And then finally, ta-da! This keeps the kimono on. I think it's tateiri.
Tateiri, okay.
So that's it for the kimono part. That's the easy part. And then hakama. So this part is the back, because this is going to rest into a knot. These are not pants. It's a skirt. So what we do is we kind of flop it on the ground like this, and we make a hole. So the front goes first.
Okay.
And then we're gonna cross in front. When we cross in front, it's gonna go below this part. For the back, you don't have to do anything special for the knot. It's just...
Yeah, because I'm not gonna see it.
No one's gonna see it. The whole point is to create this knot here so that this part that I mentioned, this here, can tuck into it.
Last time I wore this, the tabi were way too big. They didn't have my size because 39 is considered here as big. So it's hard to find tabis that are actually like in my size. And the other time, like, I was literally like swimming in those things. Whereas now I think it's like chodoi. And after wearing one last piece of clothing, Momoyama-sensei wanted to challenge its students by doing an intermediate exercise.
ちょっときれくないけどできた。
ど
どうですか、先生？
大丈夫大丈
イエーイ。
夫いけてます。
While I was at the school, I had the chance to join one of the ceremonies alongside the other students. What stood out to me immediately were the outfits, each one symbolizing a different stage of training and even a wide range of age among the students. After the ceremony, I sat down with some of them to ask why they chose to become a Miko and what they loved about it. And let's just say that their reason might surprise you.
森山良子です。
はい、朝日しずと申します。
田村千鶴と申します。
小野ゆりです。
小倉陽子と申します。
巫女歴3年になります。私が巫女になりたいと思ったのは、神社を訪れた時に巫女さんが舞ってる舞がとても美しくて舞いたいなと思ったのがきっかけです。もともと和装が大好きで、着物を着るのが大好きで、着物を着る文化をもっと伝えたいというところがあったので、それも合わせて巫女になりたいと思いました。
巫女歴は約3年ぐらいで、巫女になった理由がアニメの犬夜叉の帰郷に憧れて巫女になりたいっていうのを相談したら紹介していただいて、この願いの宮で巫女スクール受けて巫女になりました。
巫女スクールには私はもともと神社巡りが好きで、ここの神社の巫女スクールに通うことになりました。
巫女は、3年ほどになります。で、巫女になったきっかけは、この巫女装束が可愛かったので着てみたいというので巫女スクールを知ってお勉強させていただいたんですけど、勉強すると、日本の国生みの話だとか古事記の話だとかいろいろ勉強させていただいて、そこでまた日本文化を改めていいなっていうのをすごく実感して、ちゃんと巫女活動をしようと思って活動しています。
巫女歴3年になります。友達から誘いを受けて、でまずこの装束が可愛いなと思って、でとりあえず巫女になりました。
巫女になってよかったところは、巫女をやっている私の仕事を紹介した時に巫女をやってますっていうことが覚えてもらえる、私自身を覚えてもらえるきっかけになっているので、とても嬉しいことです。
そうですね、巫女さんたちが大阪はすごく100人ぐらいいてて、いろんな方巫女さんになられてるんですけど、 すごく個性的な多彩な方が多くて、その巫女たちと触れ合うこともすごく楽しくて、でいろんな初体験経験を巫女でさせていただいてて、例えば神棚コーディネーターというのがあるんですけど、それは神棚を取り付けたい方のところに行って、どこの方角に向けたらいいだとか、ここの会社だとこの位置がいいよだとか、そういうのをアドバイスさせていただいて、神事事とか、お祭り事とかもいろいろさせていただいてて、その中で神楽っていうのもあるんですけど、私は龍笛って言ってこの横笛を吹いてるんですけど、そういったことの習い事も、巫女にならないとできなかったかなっていう経験をいろいろさせていただいて、ですごく楽しく巫女の活動をさせていただいております。
で巫女になってよかったって思うことは、その祭事事とかにも出れて、神様とより近い存在になれる。
あと良かったことは、いろんな職業の方がいるので、その方と関わりを持てて、幅が広くなったっていうのと、所作とかを学べるので、自分の身になってすごくいいなっていうふうに感じました。
After hearing what the other student had to say, I felt more comfortable with the idea of training as a Miko. It surprised me to see that you don't really need high beliefs in the Japanese folklore to actually join a school, and this made me feel more comfortable in attending this training because I have always been fascinated by the Japanese culture and wanted to learn more about Japanese old folklores, so I felt at ease knowing that something as simple as liking the outfit is enough for you to attend and train as a Miko-san.
So this is shide, which is sacred paper, and this is sakaki. And when it's all together, this is called tamagushi. And tamagushi is used in Shinto rituals to give offerings to kami-sama. So step 1 is you approach the altar and you give the offering like this. So you're going to raise it up like this and put it down. That's step 1. Step 2 is you're going to rotate it like so, and then bring it to your head like this. And then you're going to switch the hands and kind of guide it back like this and set it back down on the offering table.
当てて、白白をやりましょう。で、手を前後入れ替えてくるとまずは。
And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? One more bow. So there's a couple of rules when it comes to walking in front of the altar. We're going to keep our hands like this. And when we walk, it's going to be kind of like you're dragging your feet a little. And when you pass by, you're supposed to keep your head bowed. Once you pass the altar, you can lift your head again because that's where Kami-sama is. So we keep our head bowed whenever we go. And when we turn, we never turn our back to the altar. We turn towards Kami-sama because it's disrespectful. Okay, so first, we walk like I taught you. Bow your head more. And we're going to turn. And then lift our head like this. Turn it like this. And then this hand goes down. This helps rotate. And we give it to Kami-sama. 2 steps back. 2 bows. And then 1 bow. And keep your head bowed low.
I'm gonna try my best.
And then turn it to present it to Kami-sama. There you go. 2 steps back. Bow twice. One more bow. And then return.
Nope.
Yay!
The bow when we were at the Tamaguchi, I kind of forgot the order, but I think otherwise.
Do you want to do it again?
Do that.
Shinto is the indigenous religion of Japan. It's native to Japan and has been here for as long as the Japanese people have been in existence. There are primary deities in Shinto. The first 2 you need to know are Izanagi and Izanami. And so Izanagi is the male god, the male progenitor, I guess you could say. And then Izanami was his wife. In the Miko school, we learn all of this. Besides learning how to attend a shrine or how to assist a priest, we learn all the knowledge of basic Shinto. So all of these deities are still revered today. So when you go to any Shinto shrine at all, you're going to see those kami enshrined there. Now, speaking of kami, kami is translated often as God. But the truth is, God is kind of almost a too strong word if we're thinking about in the sense of like the Christian God or Islam and whatnot. That's usually an omnipotent, all-seeing, all-knowing, all-powerful being. But in Shinto, kami are kind of in the middle. They're not quite like all-knowing, all-can-do everything, super powerful beings, but they're also not quite nature spirits too. They are just as much divine as they are a part of nature. There's a saying that Japanese people are more superstitious than they are religious, and I would argue that's decently true. A lot of Japanese people tend to pray when they need something. For example, maybe you have a test you want to pass, or you're looking for a boyfriend, you're looking to get rid of your boyfriend. If there's a purpose, you go to a particular shrine for that purpose. There's a shrine in Kyoto where if you're getting a divorce or you've gotten a divorce, a lot of women crawl through a hole in a stone to sever the relationship with their ex-husband. These are Kagura Suzu bells.
Okay.
And these are basically to please the gods.
Okay.
To make them happy and to invoke their blessing into us.
Can you go through the colors?
I don't remember, actually.
Okay, because
Let me ask 先生、この色の意味は何ですか？
これは福鈴塩と言いまして、鈴をこう払い清めまして参拝者の方を、そして福を授けるということでこの鈴を振りますが、この五色の布ってありますね。これ緑、黄色、赤、それからちょっと見にくいですけど白、青ですね。これは自然を表しておりまして、調和ですね。で木火土金水というふうな言葉があります。木っていうのは木、火っていうのは火です。土っていうのは土のこと、金というのは金属で、水というのは水でございましょうか。でこれを持ちまして鈴を振ってお祓いするということでございます。
So Miko were often seen as a bridge between the human world and the other world. And that's why they were able to not only invoke spirits, but also invoke more negative beings in order to be exorcised. A fun fact, but you can buy these very easily in Mercari.
So Mercari, just so you know, is the Japanese Vinted. So this is where usually you would go if you're looking for secondhand items.
A lot of people do Miko-san for baito, right? Just like, not like they're very religious because of baito. And so sometimes if they go to a shrine where they have to do Kagura, they'll have to buy Suzu. And brand new Suzu are super, super expensive. And so a lot of Miko, when they quit, they want to sell it on like Mercari and things like this. So when we do Kagura, so there's more complicated dances, but when we first learn how to do Kagura, this is the most basic one that we learn. And first we're gonna just practice shaking it. You're gonna turn it with your wrist.
Okay.
So the whole thing should be with wrist. You see how my hand is rotating? Use your wrist more. It takes a while to get used to.
Yeah, because it's a bit heavy too.
It's heavy, yes. You're gonna have your hands like this. You're gonna go basically from here to here, then back, and then 1, 2, 3, strong one, then you're gonna bow.
And then bow. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Let's try. Ready?
Right. Raise it up.
And then
Oh, I need to turn too?
yes.
Ah.
Turn back. Go back. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
You do 3 times?
I think so.
Okay. Ready?
Right.やっぱり難しいね、これは。なんか。
It's much harder than people think it is.
Yeah, using your wrist is like twisting your wrist is pretty hard because you don't realize it, but it's also a bit heavy. So holding it and twisting, because you're using your wrist here, you need to twist and you need to do a fast motion of twisting and turning. So it's actually harder than it looks like. Same time, like Momoyama-sensei was saying, is that when you're doing it, you also want to have a nice sound when the bells are ringing. So this is where the challenging part is coming up. Okay.
Okay, so why do we do Kagura? Do you know why?
No.
Kagura is from basically, there's a famous story when Amaterasu, the sun goddess, was very upset and she locked herself into a cave and threatened to never come out again. Well, obviously we need the sun to survive. And so Ame no Uzume, a different goddess, she did a very interesting dance to make the gods all laugh. And so Amaterasu heard everyone laughing and was like, what's everyone laughing at? What's going on? You know, I don't want to be left out. And so she came out of the cave and thus the sun came back to everyone. And so that's why we do these honorable dances to the gods today.
How often do you do the Kagura dance?
Whenever we do Oharae, which is...
What is Oharae?
Oharae is a grand purification ceremony. We definitely have Kagura then. It's, of course, to dispel negative energy and to bring the gods' blessings upon us. So that's the perfect time to do Kagura. Of course, there's other matsuri, like special matsuri, and that's when you're going to do the more complicated Kagura, like Kibimai, for example, and things like this. It's like sometimes we'll use Suzu bells. Not all Kagura has Suzu bells, but this is the first one that we learn how to do in Miko school.
So there are also different types of bells?
Not different bells, different type of dances.
Ah.
Like some will have a fan and some will have other materials.
I see. So if this one is the simplest, and I would say the entry level of the Kagura dance, how long can be one when you're more advanced?
Depends on the festival.
Ah, okay.
It depends on the festival or the purpose. So there's different ones, and like you get training for the different ones. But if you can handle this one, that's the very first step into going on to the other dances.
After learning all the basics and training with Christina, it was time for the test. Doing everything we've learned so far in front of Momoyama-sensei. And needless to say, I was pretty nervous because remembering all the movement, all the footsteps, all the turning is a lot. But I would also let you be the judge of that. Let me know in the comment what you think of my performance so far.
So bring it to the middle.
Hi.
Well, it wasn't perfect and I definitely need more practice and I don't think I'm ready to be a Miko-san yet. But I've learned so much today and I'm so grateful for this unique experience. Once again, Momoyama-sensei, arigatou gozaimashita. And also, Christina, thank you so much for today.
You're welcome.
The school actually organizes tour when you can learn the whole Miko experience. So if you are interested into it, I will leave the link in the description below. You can find all the information about the tour and the school. We've learned so much today by coming to the school, but also going to a Shinto shrine. See the difference between somebody who's doing this as a job and somebody who's also dedicated to sharing the Shinto experience. Momoyama-sensei also has a YouTube channel. Everything is in Japanese, but if you want to practice your Japanese, I think this is a good way to do it. There's gonna be a lot of link in this video, but I want to make sure that you guys get everything from today. I think my day as a Miko-san is over. I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this types of content, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye!